Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, hosting Cruz, and guys, I'm here to talk about a sensational performance by the best welterweight in the world, Jaron Boots Ennis. 39 now, actually 30 now with 29 knockouts. Tremendous punching power, tremendous boxer puncher, tremendous switch hitter. The jab was on point from the get-go, buckling David in the first round with a jab. Buckled him, and I was like, wow. That was a power jab, a stiff, quick jab by Ennis. And Ennis working his jab, man, to the body, to the head, not wasting any time. And right to the body he goes, chopping right hands, overhand rights. Defense was there. Head movement, side steps. It was just a typical Ennis performance. Now, David was a good fighter. He's a good fighter, coming in with a record of 30 wins, 4 losses, and 18 KOs. Has been in there with the likes of Sugar Shane Mosley, yes, the one and only legend. As a matter of fact, he was the last fighter to fight Shane Mosley and retire Mosley. Mosley didn't fight since. That was back in 2016 in Mosley's last fight. Then he lost to Lamont Peterson. These are all good fighters I'm mentioning here. Defeated Josh Kelly, who's a top 154-pounder right now. Hasn't lost since. Been a minute. Then he lost to Bud Crawford in his last big outing. He had a tune-up after that. Won that fight, of course. Then he got Jaron Ennis last night, and he got beat. So he's a good fighter, as we all saw it. Even though Ennis put on a tremendous performance in front of his hometown crowd in Philly at the Wells Fargo Center, David didn't came to lie down. Even though he lied down, he got dropped in the last round. David was there to fight. He was there to spoil the party. Like, okay, I know. He understood the assignment. Like, I know this is all for you, Boots. The crowd, promotion. You're in front of your people for the first time since, in 6 years. Everything here is lined up for you to shine, but I'm coming to spoil the party. And you may be buckling me with a jab and beating me up, but I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna make you work for this victory. And so said, so done, man. David was on his chest, pushing Ennis back to the ropes, working him to the body, working him to the head, and landing good uppercuts. There was at times they were exchanging punches, and Ennis was getting clocked on the chin. And David is a strong fighter, very very strong, especially on the inside, being the shorter guy. Good uppercuts, hooks. He was landing some good shots. But Ennis comes back, and Ennis was just a bit too much. The speed, the power, the uppercuts, the body shots, everything started to take over. Ennis landed a vicious low blow that hurt David, and that probably, they say low blows changes the outcome of the fight when it comes to the performance of the fighter getting hit downstairs. So, even though David performed well after the low blow, like how they always say, when Cotto landed the low blows on Judah, that was one reason Judah lost, because that depleted his performance. But could be an excuse, could be valid. It takes a lot of. It's very painful when you get hit down there. I don't care how strong, how big you are as a man. You get hit down there, you crumble like anyone else. So David, and is one of the hardest punchers in boxing right now, one of the hardest punchers in the welterweight division. And that was a clean, flush, range shot downstairs. So David took advantage of the full 5 minutes, I believe, or if anything, almost. And I don't blame him. he got hit really clean down there, and he reacted, and he took his time, man. Took his time until he was ready. Um, still performed well, but like I said, Ennis was a bit too much, too strong, too explosive, too skilled, too good. Um, on to the next. It was a successful night of boxing, especially for the Jaron Boots Ennis show homecoming fight. Who's next? Obviously, the fight that we all want to see is Boots versus Crawford. Crawford is up now 154. He'll be fighting on August 3rd in a couple of weeks against Madrimov in that big Riyadh card in LA. In what should be a tremendous fight with Bud Crawford against Madrimov. If Crawford wins, will Crawford? Is the thing. If Crawford wins, will he go back down to 147 and fight Boots? If the money's right and it makes sense, I think Crawford will take that chance. It is a risky fight because Boots is a young, strong lion, 27, 26 years old. Punching power in both hands. He's tall. He's a big welterweight. He's very skilled. As skilled as Crawford. He can also switch stances. He can pop you with both hands. Excellent uppercuts, hooks, chopping right hands. Explosive. I think he hits harder than Crawford. I think he's more explosive than Crawford. He's naturally bigger than Crawford. Just like Errol Spence was, right? But I know we all know what happened. But hey, styles make fights, and Ennis is more skillful than Crawford than Errol Spence. We all can agree to that. As great as a fighter Errol Spence is, Ennis is a better skilled fighter than Errol Spence. That's why if they fight, it's going to be a tremendous fight. It's going to be a tremendous dance. I'm looking forward to it. And so anybody at 147 can get it with Jaron Boots Ennis. I feel he's the best welterweight right now, regardless if Crawford comes down to welterweight and fight him. Ennis is the goods, man. He's the goods. He's got the goods. And he's ready for anybody at 147. Look at that. He's so big at 147 that they believe he can fight higher than 154. They were saying 160, 168. It's crazy. But let me know what you guys think, man, of Jaron Boots and his performance, and who do you feel he should fight next? We all know the Crawford fight is not going to happen anytime soon. He's got Mario Barrios. He's got Keith one-time Thurman. Even though Thurman went up to 154 recently, I think he can come back down. 147, you got, like I said, you got Mario Barrios. You got Ugas. Ugas, if he's still there. Manny Pacquiao coming back. They say he's gonna fight Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title. So at 147, man, welterweight, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. So guys, let me know what you guys think about Jaron Boots and his performance. And who should he fight next? Like I said, anybody at welterweight can get the work, man. Can get the smoke. I feel Ennis wants everyone. He's the IBF welterweight champion of the world, and he wants to be active. This is his first fight in a year. Not bad, not bad for a year. No signs of ring rust at all. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It is always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing right here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.